But one of the things that was being discussed is Saudi Arabia, about the location. Is that true? Eddie's saying that it's probably going to be there?
Well, he's saying it, and that it will be there if the contract is signed. If the agreement, if Tyson's wishes, which I absolutely agree with him, are met with his what he wants to be assured with. He wants certain guarantees, and at the end of the day, he's the guy getting in the ring. Now, I don't know what the situation with Anthony Joshua, because he hasn't said anything about this, to my knowledge. So, at the end of it, as I say, they as provided those assurances are given, provided that Tyson's happy with him, then we'll go. If he says tomorrow, I'll go with these terms, we'll go with him. He's the bloke getting in the ring. He's the one who's out there. And if Saudi Arabia, I've had a conversation from somebody from there who's given certain verbal assurances, but these things have got to be. Tyson's got to be satisfied. He's definitely has no worry in getting the ring with AJ from the fight perspective, and that's not even an issue for him. But it's not the fight's not happening in the UK. It's not happening in the US. It's happening in another territory, and he wants certain things, certain compliances met as far as he's concerned.
Frank, I want to ask you. Clearly, as the public, we're all bursting to see this fight. Is this, when it happens, the greatest and biggest fight of the modern era?
I think so. I think it's a massive fight. Certainly, as far as Britain's concerned, it's the biggest fight that's ever taken place in Great Britain, probably Europe. Modern era, yeah, I think so. I think this century, this is the big one. This is the two heavyweights. This is the one everybody has been talking about and wants to see. No doubt about that. And we don't want to not see this happening. We've got to move heaven and earth to get it on. But at the end of the day, it's got to be on certain guarantees got to be in place, and if they're in place, it's not a problem.
Is there a deadline, Frank?
Yeah, there is. I'm not going to go into that, but there will be, because obviously, if it can't happen, then Tyson's got to fight. He's been out the ring now for nearly 15 months. It's a long time. He won the title. He's not had a fight at all. AJ's had a fight.
You mentioned that, Frank. I mean, one of the positives, obviously, I've been looking at a couple of pictures of Tyson, and I think he's quite deservedly catching some sun, but he looks in phenomenal condition. Ali, he has been in the gym constantly. I mean, as you say, you only got to look at him. I mean, he's in the best condition of his life. There's no doubt about that. And that's why we want to get this done and get it on as soon as possible, because he's dangerous enough as it is. In this condition, my God, he's going to be phenomenal. Frank, just on you go. Sorry, Laura.
I was just going to say, obviously you can't tell us like the what he exactly wants to be agreed, and all these kind of minute details of it. But at the moment, in terms of where it's being held up, so he wants certain things to happen. So it's the other side, really, in terms of AJ's side, that are stalling, in your opinion, trying to get those assurances over the line.
It's not AJ's side at all. It's going to be the place who host the event. But I don't know what promises were given, because we didn't. I weren't involved in that side of it. We agreed between all the parties. Certain people would do certain things. So I don't know what was promised to them. But at the end of the day, I just want to push all that aside. I really do feel there's a way forward on this. I do feel, having spoken with one of the principals there, that he desperately wants to do this deal. But as I say, there's just a couple of things in there that need to be addressed, and I'm quite sure we get them addressed and get it over the line. We can get it on. It's really as simple as that.
Frank, just a quick one. Spoke about the condition of Tyson. He looks absolutely amazing. 15 months out of the ring, however, is a long time. Is he happy with his sparring, or would he need a little warm-up fight?
No, there'll be no warm-up fights. They'll go straight into this fight. He's been doing lots of training. He's done some sparring. Obviously, once fingers crossed, get this sorted out, get it signed off, and then they get into serious camp. They go into camp and obviously get all the proper sparring that he requires to prepare for AJ.
Okay, Frank, we'll let you go. We know you're a busy man. You've got lots of things to do. Thanks for coming on this morning, Frank.
Thanks, mate. Good luck.
Pleasure. Look after yourselves.
You too. Thank you very much. Frank Warren there, Tyson Fury's promoter.